Hello and welcome to the Turn Up the Radio podcast, where we discuss our favorite indie and alternative bands with new episodes every other Friday. I'm Dan.
And I'm Mike. Yeah, welcome to the show. For this week's episode, we're going to talk about Glitterbug, the third studio album from the Wombats.
We'll go song by song, sharing our thoughts as well as tiering each song.
Enjoy the show.
All right. Happy Wednesday.
Happy hot as balls Wednesday to you.
It feels like Friday. It should be Friday.
Quick change up from the dreary rainy days that we usually record on.
Yes, and now it's just going to be way too hot for the next month, but that's all right.
Feels good to be back.
Yes, absolutely. We're back. Took a little bit of a hiatus, but that's all right.
Everybody needs a break every once in a while.
Yes.
This is Glitterbug by the Wombats.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think I found this album in 2015.
You showed me them, and I think it was before high school was out.
Yeah. Greek Tragedy. It had to have been.
This came out April 13th of 2015, so it had to be around there. Greek Tragedy came out before, but
Yep. Yeah, I think the one single came out like a year and a half before. So
I remember like hearing Greek Tragedy off the album. So
yeah.
Had to have been. But you showed me them. And that was the song that you showed me.
Well, they've been around for a while. I didn't really realize that till we saw them last year, because some of their songs are like real, like Arctic Monkeys, British. Like
I was not familiar with. I thought this was their first album when we started preparing, or until I started like researching. 100%. I didn't know that they were big at all before this.
It's almost exactly like the Arctic Monkeys. Like they formed in 2003. They're British, of course. You could tell by the way they sing. And yeah, this is their third album. I think it was Arctic Monkeys' third album when they blew up in the US, and so very
it's weird
similar.
how that happens. I like the single list. I feel like 5 singles for, I mean, not counting the special edition, 11 tracks is a lot. It's half your album, basically.
It is a lot.
I feel like 5 is a lot. I usually feel like 3 is a good.
I wonder, I feel like they had a big genre change between their old music and this.
How many did they release for Clancy? Was it 4 or 5?
It was like the first.
It was the first 3 songs, and then
that's it.
Was Navigating or no? There was
Levitate.
Wasn't there?
No,
Jenna's
not Levitate. What the fuck am I saying?
Jenna's the
Craving.
The Craving, but it was like the better version.
The way better
first.
one.
Yeah.
Every podcast ties back to 21 Pilots in some way.
I mean, that's some would say that's how we got here in a way. Yeah, I just felt like 5 was a lot.
Yeah.
For a not even 40-minute album too.
It is short.
I do like that it's short. Sometimes I don't like contrary to what I say all the fucking time.
War on Drugs.
Yeah, the
War
on
Drugs song is longer than the
17-year-long album. This was like a good quick punch. Like
the songs are, well, I guess we'll get into it.
It makes it an easy listen. I was surprised that like every review that I read, like whether it was out of 5, out of 10 stars, or just in general, it was all 50-50. It was
really?
Either people. I feel like people. It was all like 3 stars, 2.5 out of 5.
Oh,
5 out of, like, it was all straight down the middle.
Surprising.
I don't know. I always look at stuff like that to see what the consensus is. Like, I look at ones that came out in 2015.
Yeah.
To see like what the thought was when they were big, because things age really well.
Especially if like people listen to their old stuff, they might not like this one. Whereas we started with this one.
Commercial Wombats, quote unquote, kind of thing.
Do you know what the city is in the silhouette?
Up until like a couple of years ago, I didn't even notice it was a city. I just thought it was just like a design. No, I don't know what the city is. Is it London?
I think it's L.A.
Really?
I want to say it's L.A. I kind of tried to look into it.
Did you find anything about it?
Not really. But I know a lot of this was based on L.A. So is London that big? I mean,
London's pretty fucking big. I don't know if it looks like that at night.
Yeah, I don't think so. They got all these rats there blocking out the light, you know? There's more rats than people. I think there's like 1,000 times more rats than people or something like that.
I feel like this article titled "The Wombats Behind the Glitter."
I probably read that.
They are out of Liverpool, so
Yeah. That doesn't look like Liverpool to me.
no.
Even though I've never seen it.
Yeah, it's never
That's
been
not
there.
how I would picture
no
it
idea.
being.
Nothing. I don't know.
I'm going with LA. I think in that article he talks about LA.
Yeah, I mean, in this article they mentioned like he moved to LA.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Probably a safe assumption. We'll have to reach out and see. Do they have a subreddit?
I think they do. Oh.
Should we make that like our tertiary objective? Like we have like our jobs and then our podcast, and then like on the side we just make fucking subreddits for the
I know.
bands that don't have
I
it.
did make a small pool subreddit. So, which they haven't plugged yet. Yet. I reached out twice. And in the second message, I told him I'm not reaching out again. I won't bug you again. I just think it's important.
I'll reach out.
Yeah, you text him.
I'll text him.
Did you see anything about the producer?
No. Or I didn't have anything written down.
Mark
about the producer.
Crew, Mark with a C, which
okay,
I don't
man.
like that.
All
yeah,
right,
I know.
buddy.
Come on.
Hey, Mark Anthony, why don't you settle down, bud?
But he was the producer for Bastille.
Oh, sick.
Like, the first thing he produced was Bastille's first album.
Like, that's his first producing credit?
Yep. And then he did this.
It's a fucking hell of a way to start.
I know. So I can't really see much Bastillian influence in this, but yeah, I just thought that was interesting. That was kind of his big break.
I want to know. So for the first song, if you're ready to move into the track list,
absolutely.
The first song, Emoticons. What does the guitar in the beginning remind you of, if anything? I got the second that I like heard it, like however long ago. I immediately thought of one song that like it reminded me of.
An indie song?
Older song. Think of like the way the guitar sounds.
The Joker?
Third Eye Blind. I'll never let you go.
Oh.
That guitar in the beginning.
Yeah, I could see it.
It just...
Yeah.
I almost thought it was the same
really?
When I first heard it. It just like, it jumped out at me. I can't hear that song without thinking of...
Now you fucking ruined it for me.
Yeah, my bad.
Just kidding.
It's a compliment. I love that song.
I love this song more. Yeah. Honestly.
Okay.
I have like the downbeat in the intro. It kind of reminds me of Don't Bring Me Down. Like just a strong downbeat, like just in the very beginning.
I love that song.
Yeah, this song is phenomenal.
I have that it a lot of the albums we've covered, the first song of the album to me is like sounds like an intro. This one doesn't. It doesn't hurt the song, but to me it sounds like it's a song that could or should be in the middle of the album.
Yeah.
In a way. But I almost like that it doesn't start with like American Love builds into it or implicit demand for like it doesn't have the normal, in my mind, the normal staple of an intro song.
Yeah.
Which doesn't hurt it at all. But I could fucking hear his Third Eye Blind in my head now. I've ruined this episode. Shit.
Did you know he was saying chew? I thought he was saying choose. You need to find different boys' heart to choose. I thought he was saying choose. Like for 10 years now, I thought he was saying choose.
There's a lot of lyrics on this album that like I read the lyrics and I was like, there's no fucking way he's saying that.
Even Greek tragedy. Like some of those.
The just the British accent is on full fucking display.
Mm-hmm.
He does not hide that at all. Yeah, I had the meaning of it was more of like a long distance relationship. Emoticons being something that you use for text. The lyrics are pretty obvious.
I think it's an argument over text. That's kind of what I had it as.
Yeah, I kind of felt like it was like a relationship over text or like an online relationship. Like they're not in person and it's not working out, but they don't want to like admit it. We crave the fiction, but we need the truth.
I love that line.
Yeah, some of the lines in this album are incredible. Like the way, at first I kind of thought they had like a hippocampus-y type of vibe to their lyrics, whereas like sometimes it just didn't fucking make sense. But it does. It's a little more concise in that it fits into the theme of the whatever song it is.
I didn't know what emoticons were.
Emojis.
No. Like
I thought it was just the government name for emojis.
Like colon parentheses. You know, like making a smiley face with a colon and parentheses. That's an emoticon.
Okay.
Not the actual emoji.
That's where I kind of was like, something about like long distance or online relationship like makes sense. That even that makes it even cooler.
It's such a cool fucking word.
Yeah.
This is a perfect intro to an album, I think. It's just to this album.
I'm looking at my lyrics on Genius, and I can't X out of this Panda Express ad. I've been staring at boxes of chicken for
Panda Express whether you want it or not, motherfucker.
No, dude, I've had food. I had Benny's before I came here.
Nice. And then you ate here.
Yeah. I want to say no to Liz cooking. No, it's no shot. Yeah, I took more of like a long distance relationship that's failing, and they're trying to like avoid it. And it's easy to do so when it's like not in you're not facing it. They're not facing any of their problems here. Like all these emoticons and words try to make it better, but they only make it worse. It's almost like the emoticons are like a Band-Aid, like glossing over the underlying issues of the relationship.
Yep.
Yeah, that's kind of all I had. It's this stellar fucking song.
Yeah.
And its own. Like, before preparing for this, listened to almost all of these songs individually. I never dropped this album from front to back, and that was my mistake because it made it better as like a full body of work.
I think so too.
So I've loved a lot of these songs on their own. I wouldn't say I love them more individually, listening to the album front to back, but as a body of work.
I think it paints like a story of like it's all a lot of the songs are about like relationships failing and like bad things, drugs, a lot of
he's either in a relationship that's failing or he's chasing after a girl that he wants to be in a relationship with.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the two themes. And I'm not saying that in a bad way, but it's really it's in your face what the songs are about, even if the lyrics are a bit eccentric. I feel like you don't have to like it's not a like a 21 Pilots self-titled kind of lyrics. I feel like it's pretty out in the open. Usually in the first couple of lines, I'm like, yep, it's about cheating or failed relationship or some shit like that. So
I didn't know he was saying the edge of nowhere is such a beautiful place.
Is that at the end?
Yeah, I had no clue.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I thought he was saying the edge ain't always such a beautiful place.
There's a lot of lyrics that I feel like I know what he's trying to say, and then reading the lyrics, I'm like, oh shit, I didn't know he was trying to say that. Yeah, stellar song, great song to open the album with.
Well, what did you have it as, tier wise?
I had A/B, and I circled A.
I love when you tell me stuff like that. I had S.
S off the rip,
dude. These first three songs are just so good.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Are you another top-heavy album? Can we review one album that you actually like towards the end? I feel like 40 minutes into the episode, you're like, yeah, this song blows.
Yeah.
C tier.
I feel like bands try to... what's the biggest song? Usually the third song on the album?
I always thought it was the second, because the second, more often than not, from what I see, is like the lead single, which in their mind is like the biggest and best song. I'm always a big third song of the album because it's like intro and then lead single, and then the next one is like something different. I've noticed that about a lot of albums where I'm most excited for the third because it's probably not a single, but I'm most excited because it's the first like new song basically.
Yeah.
Definitely not in this album.
No.
But
I guess we schlep this in A for now.
I would
it
say
A+.
just because I was.
I need to make tiers in between all of these.
We're not doing the pluses. No shot. A for now. I'm not mad about it in S. But again, I do the thing where I'm like, my S tier song or songs compared to that, like that wouldn't be with that song.
I think it would. But, okay. A is fine for now.
For now.
Second song, Give Me a Try. I like this one too.
This is a great song.
It's like the beginning, like the track.
Dude, the vocals in the beginning, yes.
It's like hard to like know when the downbeat is. Like,
I like
listen to it
throughout the whole song. There's like vocal chops, like in the like the effects leading up to the first chorus.
Mm-hmm.
If you can hear it in the background, I heard it better in the church sessions one because you can hear like the build up as he's saying like I swear.
Yeah.
There's like I don't even know how to do it without like I genuinely don't know how to make the sound.
Singing?
It's like we could be like that. I'm obsessed with
I'll have
it.
to listen to it for it.
Listen for it again. You can't miss it once you're looking for it. Pause the fucking episode. Let's listen to it. There's like those little like play on the vocals. It's in the beginning kind of.
Yeah.
But it's throughout the whole song. It's in the background that make the song for me.
Mm-hmm.
Those make the song for me, I should say. This is another one that I had hoping for a relationship.
Yeah.
One of the two themes.
Yeah, I guess from the beginning, just the first word. I know that I like to let excess succeed. That's such a cool line.
I love the way he sings these lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
And I love how it breaks down with I don't care why this apartment. Like he puts so much emphasis on certain words that like carry the verse along.
Yeah, that's a good point. He does emphasize those.
Vicodin on Sunday nights.
Yeah, I have here again a lot of talk about drugs in this album.
References, but I feel like they're not directly like he's not saying I take Vicodin on Sunday nights. He's like comparing her to take like being on Vicodin on a Sunday night. It's a lot of like metaphor and comparisons, whereas he's not directly saying he's influenced by the drugs. He's like comparing her or her love or her pain to like a drug or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to fuck you from the ceiling. Are you hearing that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had that too. It's not that, right?
It's
vacuum.
Vacuum from the ceiling. I always thought that was his way of saying like I'm trying to bend over backwards, like do everything I can.
Yeah.
To be with you.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like vacuum. I do have that.
You're gonna be mad at me, bro. I've been so far away from my mic this whole time.
It's okay. I'll turn it up.
But then it's gonna pick me up when I actually do get close to it.
It's okay.
No, I'm just fucking with you.
From a timing standpoint, this song is really cool. Like if you try to count with it, because it's like
you were saying like the downbeat in the beginning.
It's very hard. I always try to find the downbeat. It's like I can't even do it right now.
It's I also like that it really drops in the middle of the verse, like the first verse.
Yeah.
Like when he says I don't care why, that's when like the drums and the bass and everything kind of like really come in. It just gives the song like personality.
Yeah. I don't care why would be so much worse than like I don't care why.
Oh, 100%. He's singing his ass off in this song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm excited for you to hear those little plays on the vocals.
Yeah.
And the like leading up. It's so good. It makes if you listen to the ones they did in like the church sessions, this church studio, which is like some of my favorite like version of a song that I love. Like the Greek tragedy one they do there, it sounds so good.
That one I've seen.
They do give me a try. I believe it's that one. If not, it's like one of those radio shows.
Okay.
It's in a studio though, and it sticks way out. So
really,
but you can also, if you're listening for it, you can hear it in the studio as well.
What about shaving with your toothpaste?
That one I knew what he was saying. I didn't really. I just again was like, he's just trying to do everything he can.
Yeah, like he's staying at her place. He's like, whatever. If I got to shave with
Oh,
this
yeah.
toothpaste, I will. That's kind of how I took it.
Shaving with, yeah. It's weird, man. Bring a shaving kit.
Yeah.
Or don't shave and go home. I don't know.
I don't have to shave as much as most people, so.
I thought vacuuming from the ceiling. It was like, I pictured somebody like, first I pictured them vacuuming the ceiling, like standing on the ground, and then, but I just, he was like jumping through hoops to try and win her over, kind of thing. The millisecond that you're away, I get the loneliest feeling.
I had that too. It reminds me of the beginning of a relationship, how you feel.
That honeymoon phase.
Mm-hmm. This one, yeah, this one falls under the trying to get a girl.
I told you, that's what I said. I was like, this one he's hoping to get a girl. Be funny if this was all the same girl.
Yeah.
He's like just going back and forth.
What does Vicodin do to you?
It's a
sleeping pill.
Oh shit, no, it's a painkiller.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you're asking the wrong person.
I know, right? Let's use our phone a friend.
Let's call Shannon.
Oh, yeah. Vicodin is a drug usually prescribed by doctors to treat severe pain.
Usually is fucking crazy.
Not where I come from.
Usually is insane.
It's a euphoric drug. So this was also a single, right?
Yes. The first 3 were singles. Maybe even 4. I think the first 4 were singles.
Yeah. It says here, lead singer Matt Murphy said, Vicodin was used because the chorus was just too cheery. I was like, let's shove something miserable in there. Everyone loves downers in LA. It's very strange. I think he moved to LA because I read that he was sending songs back and forth with the band.
Huh. That's fucking complicated.
So
maybe that's why the release took so long. Like they released singles so far in advance.
Yeah. I think he could just move back and do a couple weeks there. Like, hey, whatever.
Hey, I mean, if he wants to travel, that's got to be LA in the thing then.
Yeah. Okay.
I had this in S tier.
You did?
One of my favorite songs on the album, yeah.
I had it in A.
Fuck.
Here it goes again.
We'll put it in A because you gave me A for emoticons, so...
You like it more than emoticons?
Yes.
Okay. Fair enough.
I do.
It's very different than emoticons.
It just has a lot of personality in my mind.
Yeah.
And I love that about them. It feels very different.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if this album was all songs... Like, a lot of the songs have the same kind of instrumentals and vibes, but this one feels it just sticks out. It's such a different song to me. Do I sense we won't have any disagreements on the next one?
Yeah, probably not.
Probably not. Okay. This is, in my mind, my first note for Greek Tragedy, the 3rd track. I think this is like an indie anthem.
Yes.
I think this is one of those songs that's like a staple of the genre.
I think so,
in my
too.
mind.
It seems like we've been covering a lot of bands that have songs like that. Dreamin'. We said that about Dreamin'.
Dreaming. I don't feel like... Oh, yeah, Dreaming is pretty fucking big. But I feel like people think that's their only good song.
Yeah.
Which sucks.
If I really love a song, I like go on that artist's Spotify and like listen to like their top songs. Like, am I the only one that does that?
Yeah. Or no. I mean, I do that.
Yeah.
We are the only ones that do that. No, when I find like a band, especially when I'm looking, through like New Music Friday and shit, and I hear a song I like, I'm like, I want to hear more like this.
Yeah, exactly.
More often than not, I find more songs that I like.
Yeah.
Because like there's a certain sound that a group or an artist will have that I'm hooked to. Mm-hmm. That being said, I do that thing where I'll love a song and unfortunately like I'll put it in my head as like this is the best thing they could do, and so everything kind of falls short.
Yeah.
I need to not do that.
The fucking intro, the drum
dude.
solo intro with like the reverb on the drums. Do 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 do.
I'd love that, and then the guitar.
Yeah.
There's so many layers to this song.
Which guitar? Mind. Like din 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 din.
Yeah.
Or like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that. It just carries the song so well because it's in most of the song except for like the.
You're
like
right.
The build up.
It does. It stays throughout.
It carries the song, and it's like, I don't know. There's so many layers to the song instrumentally in my mind.
That's what I have that too. Like it starts with the verse, Then it starts simple in the verse, just synth and piano, a little drums, and then like it builds. I think it builds very well.
The she hits like ecstasy part is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
It's a perfect like avenue into the, or that is the chorus actually. Sorry. That's weird that that's the chorus, like listed on Genius. That's the pre-chorus and then chorus. That just seems strange to me.
I didn't know he was saying "Hot Pursuit."
I knew that one.
Really? It's a cool
like,
phrase, but
well, like Hot Pursuit was like the car game for like PlayStation. Do you remember those games?
No.
There's like Need for Speed.
Yeah.
Need for Speed. No, it was. I'm sorry. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit was one of the games.
I do remember that.
So when he said cars, I just thought Hot Pursuit.
I have no clue. If you asked me a week ago what I thought he was saying, I would have.
If you asked me a week ago, I never knew he said comes up and bangs the sense out of me.
Oh, really?
Because it doesn't.
Comes up.
I heard
bangs.
sound of me. That's what I heard. Sound of me.
Instead of out of me.
Yeah, I never knew. Yeah, I love that he says that. It's such a great line. She hits like ecstasy, comes up and bangs the sense out of me. I don't know why I didn't know tarot cards, because like the second verse, the tarot cards.
I thought he was. I don't even want to tell you what I think he was saying on all of these, because most of the time it wasn't English.
I heard terracotta.
I thought it was terracotta or something.
I don't even know what the fuck a terracotta is. Terracotta sounds like a
pipe. Terracotta pipe.
Ticonderoga pencil.
The tarot.
Terracotta sounds like a fucking pasta.
Yeah, it does.
The blades rotate. There's just no landing pad. That's kind of cool. Yeah.
Like helicopter.
So things are working. We just don't like. So it feels like it's working, but we don't know where it's going, which is kind of a tie into like the theme of the song, where like he's comparing a failed relationship to like a Greek tragedy.
Yeah. This is also about a failed relationship.
But when we were upstairs, Liz called me out and was like, "You guys gonna do more of like where you say this song is called American Love. It's about a love interest from America." And I thought more about it. I was like, yeah, sometimes the name of the song is just what the fucking song is about.
Yeah.
And like they're not trying to be cheeky.
I got the definition of a Greek tragedy. A type of drama from ancient Greece that typically involves a protagonist, often of noble status, who experiences a downfall due to a combination of personal flaws and fate.
Yeah, I saw like a quick thing that was like a tragic hero is like almost naive and doesn't know like that he's in his downfall.
Odysseus, Is that Greek tragedy? I don't know.
I always thought like Julius Caesar be like a Greek tragedy.
Yeah.
Like
hubris. Hubris.
You put so much emphasis.
Hubris. Remember, that's what we learned. And I don't remember who it was, but it's Mr. Smith.
I know. We read Julius. So we read in fucking Mannix class.
Oh, I never had her.
Because there was I
had Mr. Smith. That's why. Okay.
Vividly remember reading that in class, because we did popcorn reading, or no, we had parts. We each had parts, and the young man who had Brutus was under the influence of a substance.
Oh no!
During like one of the dates where Brutus said the most fucking things ever, and it took us forever to get, because he kept saying doth instead of doth.
Oh no!
And Manic tried to fucking correct him. She goes, "It's doth," and he pauses and goes, "Doth." And we all fucking collectively lost our shit. Back to the song.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have drums are a highlight. Failing relationship using from the standpoint of like an actor or film references. There's a part where he talks about like this method acting might pay our bills. I don't know if you're familiar with method acting, where it's like the actor stays in character the whole fucking even Offset.
Yeah.
So they're like going through the motions even when they're not being active in the relationship, and it's like getting them by. It's going to pay the bills, but there's going to be another role. Like they're going to have to get out of that role that they're method acting in to fill another role. I thought that was a really cool way of saying like going through the motions in a relationship, or like faking it at all times. This song has a lot of good like metaphors that tie into like acting or film or plays, whatever the case may be. My character's strong, his actual character, but also playing a character. So free of the cheaper seats, here comes a Greek tragedy. This song's so fucking good. Again, the church sessions, like the live version, is watching them hum that part. That part was like, it blew my mind because like they're humming that, and I guess there is something else.
There's got to be a synth or something.
Yeah, but why? Like hearing them, and then when I listen to the studio version, like on the album, I can be like, oh, they are humming with that other thing.
Yeah,
you can kind of
hear it.
I don't know, blew my mind.
He said like it's wrong, but surely worse to leave. Like
yes.
This isn't great, but it would be
better
worse
than being alone.
Yeah. So. Yeah, it just seems like he can't let himself be happy in a relationship. He's always just looking for like, this is gonna fail.
He's not happy single either because he's always chasing somebody.
All right, we don't even have to say which one this.
Just
goes
put it
into.
up and ask, bro. Yeah, it's a fucking anthem. To the left there.
I picked pink too because my vinyl was pink.
I legitimately can't fucking see. I could barely see the words. It's
really?
Weird. It's really. It's a weird. It's like a hot pink.
Yeah.
Look at me go.
Okay, Be Your Shadow. This one is cool too. I love how I have to say that about every song.
Yeah, this one's not bad.
I think the drums make this song too, to be honest with you.
I don't have that in my notes, but I can hear them in my head, and you're right. There's another song that I have coming up that the drums fucking make it for me.
Said the drums go crazy on this record. I like this song a lot.
This was one of the first ones I heard after Greek Tragedy. As you know, I like my music videos. This one has like an interesting one where it's just like a real fucking scrawny like string bean, and he's like in a like wrestling class in high school, or not wrestling class, but he's on like the wrestling team. He has like the headgear and shit, and he's
that sounds familiar to me.
I don't know. I can't remember if it's I think it's the coach or the trainer that's like in the music video, like beating the fucking shit out of him in like wrestling matches, and he like likes it. And
I think I have seen this.
Yeah, it goes on theme with the song.
Yeah.
Not one of my. I don't care for the music video. I usually love music videos, but
this song reminds me. You ever hear "You Ain't Seen Nothing Yet"? You know that song? Bachman Turner Overdrive, I think.
I feel like it's one of those ones I've.
You ain't seen nothing yet, but
yeah,
baby. He's in that song. He says,
Bam.
"Any love is good love."
Bam.
So I took what I can get. That's kind of what this reminds me of.
I have abusive relationship, but not actually abusive in quotations. Like basically she treats him poorly.
Yeah, but he's gonna stick around.
He's still going to like all the lengths. Like kiss me with your fist, it's all right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm permanent and I won't go. Like he's her shadow. He's not leaving her. Again, it's all right there. We don't have to like dig into the lyrics or anything.
I like that. I'm permanent. I won't go.
I like how he screams the chorus, but then each verse he's like kind of quiet. You're such a violent high. I'm such a loose cannon. A lot of good lyrics in this one. Hire a bus, drive it over my rib cage. What is what's that train song? Like 50 Ways to Die or some shit.
Yeah.
That's what that part reminds me of.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that song.
Got run over by a crappy purple Scion. God, that song fucking sucks.
It does suck.
I'm sorry. I hate that song so much.
I don't even know if I like Train, but anyway. I'm just kind of over it.
I think Drops of Jupiter is a great song.
I do too.
It's a classic.
But I'll never put it on.
Calling on Angels. Calling all angels? Calling all angels.
Hey Soul Sister.
I don't like Hey Soul Sister.
Really?
Overfucking played.
He's from Erie, Mike.
I don't care.
He was my friend's neighbor. My friend from college's neighbor.
I mean, that's kind of sick.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's all right. What's that other one that's popular? Is it Calling All Angels that I'm thinking of again?
Probably. Hey, Soul Sister.
Mm-hmm.
Drive By. Drive By. That's them too.
Oh, yeah. That's like newer Train, though.
Yeah. 2012 Train. Anyway. Yeah, I'm over Train.
Ways to say, okay. Yeah, fuck. He's from Erie.
He's from Erie,
like,
dude.
that was
Take
gonna
it easy
save
on him. I was hoping it would.
Dude, fucking Hey Soul Sister's sick, man. Because that song was born right in Erie, Pennsylvania.
I like in this song when he says, I just want to be the sum of your broken parts. I just think that's a nice thing to say about someone you're in a relationship with, you know?
You're creature of the dark. Yeah, I was reading the rest of the lyrics there. Yeah, lyrically, again, he has a good way of like creating imagery.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of saying something simple, like "I'll be there for you no matter what." It's like, no, I want to be your shadow.
Yeah.
I also have in my notes the harmony and like they're harmonizing in the background is really good. Like during the chorus, it's like in the background, it's like it's so good.
Yeah.
More things I didn't notice until I was preparing for this was like there's a couple more songs where like the backing vocals are really fucking good that I never paid attention to before until I was like kind of dissecting the song a little bit. Yeah, this was one of my like first favorites, not including Greek Tragedy. Actually, Give Me a Try and Be Your Shadow were the two that I was like hooked on, and then I kind of branched out to Emoticons and a few other ones coming up. That being said, I had this in B tier.
So did I.
Sick. Love when that works out.
Okay. The next one is Headspace. I really like that word, headspace.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not used very much, but I've been in the wrong headspace for years now.
This one, he is not with somebody. This is actually a breakup.
Yes.
He's getting over a breakup.
This song taught me that there's 5.5 liters of blood in the body.
I have that in my notes.
Really?
Because instead of saying like, I'll have to read the lyrics. Did I have a sour taste? It's an interesting way of saying. We measure it in pints, I think, in America. We say there's so many pints of blood. But I think the different measuring system, and so 5.5
I want it in
liters.
gallons. When I picture blood, it's like by the gallon.
I always think, have you seen The Office? Have you watched The Office at all? There's
a little bit.
He says something like, he says like, I just donated blood, and he was like, how often can you do that? And he's like, is there a limit? And he's like, well, your body only has so much. Or it's so fucking funny.
I'm against donating blood. But anyway,
I am too now. After the one time I did it. Also, you can't with tattoos, right? That's like a no-no.
Recent tattoos. Only if they're recent. I
thought
sold
I got out
my
of it.
blood.
Fuck.
Whenever.
You sold your blood?
Plasma.
Shit's on the black market. Oh, the plasma.
Yeah.
That's really hard.
No.
No?
I was making like $150 a week.
Don't you have to go through like a big screening process?
Not up at Penn State. And then you just sit there for an hour.
Were you rolling into like a dark alley?
No, there was like 20 people in this well-lit room, and I would work while I was there.
When I was down bad for money, I looked for anything to fucking donate. I was like, take a kidney, bro. I don't need it.
It was only weird when they put like saline back in your body, or they took the plasma out and then they put it back in your body, and it was really cold, and you could feel it going through your body, like the coldness like going through. So that was gross. Weird. It's good money.
Am I on Headspace here? Oh, I love the second verse. That's what I have in my note. I used to wrestle with bears and kiss poisonous snakes. I don't care. I always thought he said I don't care.
Didn't close enough. I didn't care. Yeah. I feel like because British people like say things in a different way, so that's why sometimes it's hard for us to like.
It's fucking impossible in this album without reading the lyrics.
Yeah.
Even some of like the choruses where it's like you should hear the lyrics the best, like Greek Tragedy. I never knew what the fuck he was saying.
Mm-hmm.
It's scratching they'd bite. I don't care. How you gonna say I don't care? But the disco ball mentioned from the 1970s, all dusty and warm, or worn. Excuse me. I'm not a big fan of this song.
Really?
Be honest with you, not really. I don't like the pacing of it.
Yeah.
Like the
I like the outro though. I like when he says someone flick a light on in the dark just makes it worse. You know, when you turn on a light real fast in the dark and it's like a fucking flashbang.
It's a long outro.
Yeah.
That's one thing I noticed. I just don't like the in the middle of the chorus where it's like 5.5 liters.
Yeah.
I don't like the pacing of that part.
Yeah. I can see that.
I think that's the only thing that doesn't do it. I love the lyrics. I love some of the effects like the synth and everything, but just the pacing like just throws me off.
Yeah,
I do like
it
their
does
faster
kinda
pace.
like it's going, then it like stops, and then even it goes right back into the verse after that.
I
The
think
second
the
verse.
switch up in the chorus just turns me off completely because I like the head space. I love the pacing of that, but then it just throws me off. I like that it's different. They change it up and keep it fresh.
Like, dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, but I'm just not a fan of that at all. It's about all I had. You took my Liters of Blood mention.
I have the synth in the background for the entire song is doing 16th notes. Fuck
do you know that?
I just heard it this time.
Is that so? 16th note. When you say that, I think of like the sound of the note, but you're talking about the pace that it's being played at.
Yeah,
because it's every 16th that he's in. That's why it's so fast, right?
So like you could fit 16 of them in a 4-bar measure.
Okay. So it's the pace of like how quickly he's doing it.
Yes, 16th is like 1 eanda. 1 eanda, 2 eanda.
Yeah, I remember that from band.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was counting on you to call out any like this song's in 3.
These are all. I think these are all in 4/4. To be honest with you, I tried.
I actually listened this time to see if I can catch one, and there was. I can't remember what song that like I was kind of questioning it.
Maybe it was.
I think it's towards the end.
Oh, really?
But I don't remember what song it was.
Give Me a Try is like kind of weird.
Yeah, we'll talk about the count of that all night.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like studying that in a lab.
I had this in B.
I had it in C. I had it lower than. I like Be Your Shadow more.
I do too. I'm fine with C on that. It's a strong song. I think that's kind of why I like it.
I think all the songs are strong. None of these are like
strong voice.
None of these are weak. I should
say.
So the next song, This Is Not a Party.
Do you want me to just be blunt? I just don't really fancy this song.
I thought you were gonna say it's an S tier.
No, I just don't really fancy it. I don't, dude. It's.
I also don't at all.
And like,
I don't like this song.
I like the synth track in the beginning.
Yes.
And that sticks the.
Yes, dude, smack that mic again. Let us fucking know.
That sticks the whole time. Besides that, like, if I was one of his friends and he put me in the song, that's the only time I would probably like this song. But it's just...
Yeah, dude, are you Lulu?
I want to be Lulu.
No, I kind of want to be fucking... I read that Edward on the big white telephone to God means he's fucking puking.
Oh.
That's what Genius had. That's a
like
way of saying that somebody's puking. The big white telephone to God, he's talking to God, he's puking.
In the toilet.
Yes. Big white telephone would be the commode.
Yeah. The commode.
Yeah, dude, I'm kind of feeling Jane's energy, sprawled on the floor, and I've lost all self-control. Just fucking gone. I
do like the bridge. I like fishing for the moon in an artificial sea.
Dude, I love that line. That line, and then I dream in Technicolor but live in black and white.
Yeah.
I had like, at first I thought this isn't an actual party, this is life, and it's not living up to his expectations. Like, I dream of space and time but wake up in 2D. Like, he dreams big, but everything's all. But like the lyrics all point to a party of like.
I don't know.
Like Brendan found a song to match the pace of his heartbeat. It's a really good way of saying. Like the lyrics in this song are super strong. The instrumental just doesn't.
I think maybe it's talking about like the people in their lives, because like it like if you think of it like this is not a party, it's a hurricane, as in like my life is not a party.
That's
it's
what
hurricane.
I meant.
Like,
that's what I mean by saying like life is not living up to his expectations. Like I can't wait for this episode to just be us coughing and clearing our throat. Yeah, the party's not actually like a physical party that they're at partying.
Yeah.
It's like life, and like his life feels dull because everyone around him is just out of fucking control.
Yeah.
And so it like kind of brings him down a little bit. I don't like that. I don't really care for this song, to be honest.
Yeah,
I like the lyrics. It's the only thing. I like the way he says. I like what he says. I don't even care for how he says it.
Yeah.
But I love.
It's a cool synth track. It's a well-produced song.
It starts so strong.
Yeah.
It starts so strong. As soon as like you hear it, I'm like, fuck yeah, this is gonna be a bop. And then
like Lulu, and then I'm like, no. I dude, I'm not gonna lie. After Headspace, I just want to skip this every time. Like.
Yeah, it's not even like I'm trying to get to another song after, so I get through it. I'm not crazy about it. I hated listening to it preparing for this.
Me too. Where'd you have it?
I had it in D, and it's not F only because I like a couple lines.
I also had it in D.
But I honestly wanted to put it in an F so badly, only because we haven't had one, and I think this is one of the only ones that I'd be okay with it being an F.
I would too. I mean, yeah, we both really dislike it, but I just don't. There's some aspects of it that are okay.
The opening synth, like you said, and then a couple of the lyrics. That's why I said it's the only reason it's not an F, and I almost just caved only because we haven't had one, and I wanted to break the trend and say like if there's any song on any album we've listened to so far, Monsoon. I would venture to say this is my least favorite. Monsoon. Dude, go ahead. Dude, should we rewind? We'll take it back.
This might be my least favorite.
Tuesday.
Even more than Monsoon.
I'm telling his fucking sister you said that.
You should. Wait, you can't. You fuck. One day. Isabel, though, is a beautiful song.
Isabel is beautiful. Rizabel.
Rizabel.
Tell me, I mean, if you're not hearing it in your head, listen to it and tell me he's not saying fucking Rizabel. He like carries
Riz
the
wasn't
R.
even a word back then, Mike.
Yeah, but I know he's not trying to, but he carries the R from better into Isabel, and he says it clear as day, Rizabel. And so that's why I call this song Rizabel.
I can see it.
This song in my like for me is carried on the beauty of the instrumental. I'm not crazy about the lyrics and like how he's singing it.
Yeah. I mean, I have some backstory. The lyrics are reminiscent of the Wombats' iconic 2007 track, School Uniforms, where they discuss a crush on a girl named Louise in a school. So, because it's...
Do you know how it ties in?
So tell me, sweetheart, did they teach you all this in a school, love? In a school around here? That part. In the bridge.
I'm not picking that up. Excuse me.
Well, I just thought it was weird that he was talking about a school, because I'm like, is this like song about a high schooler? Like,
it'd be interesting if he was saying like, I mean, their names are different, Louise and Isabel, but saying like,
it's from Genius. I'm not
he's
gonna
like
lie to
older,
you.
so he likes a different kind of girl. Like in school, he liked like the sweet schoolgirl, and now he likes Isabel, who I think in this song he talks about like, I'm much better when you're ripping my life apart. I think it's you, the true rock star around it. Like she's maybe bad for him, whereas the schoolgirl might have been like good for him. That'd be cool if it tied in that way. I don't know if it even does, but I don't know why, but my first note is Ode to a Girl Named Isabel. You can tell I thought long and hard about that one.
I think it's definitely an ode.
The harmony, even when they use like the auto tune, is
at the
so
end?
Fucking good. Yes,
I have that specifically around here.
Even like the auto tune doesn't ruin it for me at
Nope.
all. I think it fits perfectly in the theme of the song. This one really, I used to hate this song.
Me too.
This one grew on me big time.
I just have it simple and very beautiful. Most of it is just piano and bass, but then each verse adds another instrument, which I always like when they do that. This is the last song they finished. They finished it like the day that they were supposed to send it to like the record label. I read.
Really?
So it's different. This is like a different kind of song than anything else on the album, I think.
Are you okay with where it is in the album? Do you think it fucks up the pacing of the entire project?
No, especially if you do the extended, then it's kind of like right in the middle.
True.
I could see it being closer to the end, like second to last.
Yeah, like a truce, or not truce.
Yeah, it is truce.
Truce is not. Truce is the last song.
Oh yeah, you're right.
We had this conversation already because, yeah, truce is the last song. What am I thinking of? Before You Start Your Day.
Yeah,
which you don't like, but it's like another slow song, but it's right before the end.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. That's case by case for me.
Yeah.
Sometimes it works. It kind of, lulls you into a false sense of security before it like brings it home hard. I actually like where this is at in the album.
Yeah.
I'm very picky on the placement of, like in a rock album or something, the placement of a ballad or a slow song. I'm very picky because it could really fuck with the pace. I don't think it did for this one. I just had more about like he feels she's too good for him.
Yeah. Even though he's famous, like she's really the one who.
She's like she's cooler. Like she's the cooler person.
And I think it's like, now you're ripping my life apart. I don't think it's actually her doing anything. I think that she's like having that effect on him.
You can make it feel as though I've won and the dullest parts may never come.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of thought this is a girl that he is longing for but doesn't have.
Yeah.
The lyrics are more kind of present as if they're together. Yeah, it must be the oxygenated air that keeps my confidence rising and keeps my mind without a care. I really like the way he says that.
Mm-hmm. I like how it says, like, 'cause I'm out my depth now. I don't know why. Like this. It's like batting. Oh, there's an expression for it. Oh, I can't think of it.
You're saying like standards wise?
Yeah, like I'm in over my head basically. Like I'm out of my depth now.
Fuck. That's
it's like a baseball saying. It's the one I'm thinking of.
Swinging for the bleachers.
Fuck. Anyway.
I don't know. Fighting up a weight class.
Yeah.
Fuck. No, I know exactly what analogy. We'll think of it. Mike will listen to this and tell me with all of his baseball knowledge.
Good. Hey, Mike.
Yeah. Hey, Mike. My only critique or like, the only thing that brings me back from tearing this higher is that I would have wanted maybe not stronger lyrics, but different lyrics.
Yeah.
I wasn't about the Isabel girl or like the story he's trying to tell. It just didn't. I think this song deserved lyrics directed at somebody he only has good things to say about, I guess. Like, I think the instrumental called for that rather than talking about somebody that, like, in a sense is like either too good for him or hurting him or causing him pain. I think this really could have used like lovey-dovey lyrics, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
I don't know. I feel like it's lovey-dovey, but not like on the nose.
Maybe his version
like you're
of lovey.
The true rock star, like. And I'm reading like The Genius now about like, did they teach you all this in a school around here? It says he asks how she learned all these things that he never did during his well-documented time in the education system. So I guess that kind of makes sense now. Because I thought it was like, did you learn in a school like right now? But he's more so saying like, how did you, we both had the same education. Like, where did you learn all this?
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I can kind of pick that up. Maybe it's this is his version. Like, this is, like his lovey-dovey. This is his way of being.
You make it feel as though I've won and the dullest parts may never come. That's a sweet thing to say.
I'm going to go home and say that to Shannon. I had this in A.
I did too. We need to stop this.
How are we supposed to argue when we agree?
I know.
We're not done yet, though.
Look at this.
I like that it's spread out. I like that we're not just doing all B's.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what comes up.
Oh, shit.
The next one is your body is a weapon.
I don't like the way you said that.
What?
Your body is a weapon.
Your body is a weapon. Because I'm laughing because my first note is your body is a weapon that you could use against me.
It's about somebody who uses their body as a weapon. My first note is love the drums. The drums make this song for me.
Yeah.
Instrumentally. I love, and Genius helped me with this one. The fucking Temple of Doom reference.
I specifically wrote that for
Big
you.
Indiana Jones guy, and so like your body is a temple.
Mm-hmm.
Your body is a weapon, but his is a temple of doom.
Yeah.
So he doesn't take care of it.
Yep.
As opposed to her.
Doomed not to be by your side.
I love maybe he's not even referencing Indiana Jones, but fuck it.
I think he is.
I'll take it.
I think he is. It might be like do you think it's a strip club? Because the bridge is like, I don't come here for the exclusivity. I just come here for the view. I don't come here because I'm the only one. I just come for the view. And the minuscule chance of a close proximity or an awkward conversation with you. Like a bartender.
I thought it was somebody like this. See, this is where I tied in like the LA thing, because he's like, sometimes I like to go uptown where flashy people flash around.
Yep.
And then he says like, I wonder what you'll wear tonight. Is it such a fantasy to think that someone like you could love a creep like he's almost, let's say for instance, he's like a C-list celebrity. Like, he's just kind of breaking in. He's kind of known, but not like that. And he like at a party somehow meets like an A-list, and he's like, holy fuck. But she's like, because he says something about pretentious, or you can taste the pretense. Like, everybody here is fucking pretentious.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, he's into her. Like, she sees him, he sees her as above him.
Yeah.
Status wise, money wise, like all of that. I didn't take the strip club, although I think you're onto something with that. But that first verse kind of,
maybe a party or something.
I think it's that, like a Hollywood party.
Yeah.
And he somehow is like there. So like he's the guy in the corner just kind of creeping on everyone because he's not like the most famous or popular person at the party.
Yeah. Well, and like exclusive, I feel like is a party term. Like this exclusive party, like only certain people.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like a black dress is classic for like a rich person party.
Yeah.
Like a tight black dress with a slit in the thigh.
This was the first single that they released.
Yeah, I had that too.
A year and a half before the album. I got one just for you at the end. I like can't unhear it as like someone protect me from my one-eyed love. And then I just think of Leela every single time. One-eyed love. Like it fits. It really does fit.
I have a note about the ending line, but it's actually just about it, where it's interesting to say like the person you love the most is the one that could hurt you the most. So he's saying someone protect me from the one I love. I just thought that was an interesting way to put that, because the person you love the most is it's the best feeling, but they could make it the worst. Like they have that power. Over you.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
The fucking solo after the bridge.
Mm-hmm. This might be like the only solo in the album, guitar solo.
It's like guitar and there's a bit of synth with it, I think.
Yeah.
I almost said keytar, but I was like, fucking no. But he gave me that kind of vibe. I don't know that.
Yeah, it does have some kind of synth, for sure.
With the guitar as well. The track, it like builds up a great energy, and the outro like itself like has such good energy.
Yeah.
Like it builds up and then finishes super strong. Fuck you. I had this in S.
Did you really?
I really had this in S.
Oh my god.
This is one of my favorite songs on the album. I think this is as good as Greek Tragedy, in my mind.
I do like it, but you like it more than Emoticons.
Yes.
Are you serious?
No, I'm lying to you. Fuck you. It's in D. Yes, Dan, I had this in S.
Wow.
Where did you have it?
It's weird that, like, when we did small pools, I feel like I had more S's than you did. And now we're doing this, and you have more S's than I do. It's almost like I'm more critical of it than you are. Like,
yeah, that is interesting, actually. You would think that an album like that, but remember, small pools, my tier list was based off of each other, not off of, like, music in general.
Yeah.
I had to because I would have given that whole fucking album an S and called it a day.
Yeah.
So maybe you're doing something similar?
Because I have this at B.
I could see that. This one grew on me. I never really liked this one until like 2 or 3 years ago. I remember I was like, so more than that now, like COVID, I really fucked with this song. I'm okay with this in A. I have no arguments with that.
I don't have anything bad to say about it. It's just, to me, it's
when I wrote down S for this one, I knew in my head I was like, this is a tough S to sell.
Yeah.
Not that I'm trying to sell my opinions, but I knew this one would shock you. I was certain.
Yeah.
But I absolutely.
It is a little bit shocking, but.
Well, so far my S's are Greek Tragedy, Give Me a Try, and Your Body's a Weapon, which I think are 3 of the best tracks on the album, in my opinion.
I just have Greek Tragedy and Emoticons.
So far.
At least, yeah.
At
least we don't have fucking, this is not a party. At least, like, dude, if that one you said you loved, like, I'm just done with the podcast at that point.
Dude,
like,
that's Tuesday, bro. I couldn't believe you fucking put that in S, and I was like, you are delusional.
It's S plus.
I'm not getting it. Fuck off with your plus bullshit.
Okay.
It should be C- at best.
The English Summer.
This is one that I never really listened to until I prepped.
Yeah,
I enjoy this track because it's like, it's different. It's not synthy. I have written here, early 2000s rock.
Yeah,
because it's what it sounds like to me.
There's an animal inside of me.
And the one article I read, it was like one of the first ones that came up, and it's somebody who fucking just gushed over every single second of the album. But they said that this was like the callback to the old Wombats.
Yeah, dude, their old stuff is so different.
I haven't gotten into it, but that's what she said. And I like, even just not hearing that, I was like listening to it and the sound of the guitar and like the way he sings it. I'm like, this could have came out in 2001 and it would have fit with like that genre at that time. Another song that I highlighted, the background vocals, like the harmonizing in the background. Another song about wanting a girl.
I like the guitar in this song a lot. I just don't love the chorus. I don't know why. It's a little bit like, it's just not for me.
Yeah, I could see that.
It's a little bit too,
I'm not crazy about this song. I do appreciate that it's different and that it's like cut from like a different cloth, I guess. Like
I think the outro is phenomenal, though.
I have that written down too.
Like, it brings it up like a grade for me, the outro alone.
Yeah.
So, and all the backgrounds and like, I think the outro is really cool.
I think this song still has quite a bit of layers considering it's more stripped than their other. I just said that and I was back here. You're going to have a fucking nightmare editing.
And I just went over with that laugh. I fucking cracked the mic because I went so loud.
I'm fucking bad at this, apparently. What the fuck was I saying? Oh, this song to me has like layers. Considering that like it's stripped down from the other songs on the album instrumentally. I still think it has like with the background vocals, the drums, the guitar. I think it still has quite a bit to like offer personality wise.
Yeah.
I do have this in B. It's middle of the road for me.
Okay.
As far as the album is concerned.
I had it in C. The outro I really like the outro. Besides that, I don't know. Reminds me of like English breakfast. I don't know.
I think it's a little higher for me because I haven't really listened to it until recently, so it's kind of fresh to me.
Fair enough.
I'm okay with C. I want to argue with you, but I just don't. It's not a song I want to argue over.
Yeah.
It's not one of the ones that I would like. I think the last two, I have some arguments if we disagree. But
yeah. Me too.
This is one of those. It's kind of like, I'd say it's on par with Headspace. I don't absolutely hate it, but it's not one of my favorites. So yeah, I'm all right with C.
Okay. Next is Pink Lemonade. I like the sound of this song.
I love the sound of this song. It's like a softer, like indie instrument. It kind of it gave me a little bit of Hippocampus with the instrumental. First note, great fucking melody.
Yeah.
I love the melody of this song.
Like in the chorus or like the synth?
The synth, like the overall like instrumental, I think just has a great like. It's kind of like a quintessential, not quintessential, but like it's a good indie sound that it has.
Upbeat.
This song is about cheating or being cheated on.
Is that what you have?
What do you have?
I have The Girl Is Fake, like Pink Lemonade. Like, yeah, I guess it could be cheating. Like, Pink Lemonade is not natural lemonade. Natural lemonade is just normal yellow.
Well, you can make natural lemonade or natural pink lemonade with like raspberries and strawberries, and the color can be pink. It's not the pink lemonade you're thinking of.
Yeah.
Like the Country Time bullshit. Country Time's so fucking good, by the way.
I know. I was gonna say. I remember you drinking a lot of that.
Shout out Mike, because I went to his house one summer, and I'm pretty sure I got diabetes that week when I stayed at his house because I drank pictures of it.
Yeah, this song is definitely about cheating. Well, maybe not even cheating. It seems more like an agreement. Like, if you bring him home, can you use the spare bedroom?
I think I kind of thought of like he's almost like accepted defeat. Like he refuses to end the relationship. Yeah, kind of like what you're saying. Like I wouldn't say it's an agreement.
Yeah.
I'd say it's like he doesn't want to end the relationship, but he knows she's going to keep doing it. So that's why he's like, so you should just go ahead. The jaded lover to his sex machine. Like, I'm the jaded lover. She's his sex machine.
Yeah.
That's why it was obvious. Also, I try not to read the bios of the song before I, like, figure out the lyrics for myself and what I think they mean. And I did that with this song. But on Genius, it says that Murphy said that this song is about a time when he got really bored of living in Liverpool, went to Barcelona for a bit, got totally hammered, and convinced himself that his girlfriend was cheating on him. So,
did that speak to you?
I've never been to Liverpool or Barcelona.
Me either. I'd like to, though.
Yeah, Barcelona looks sick.
It seems like he doesn't think very highly of her, or maybe she's just not great. Like,
maybe she's in general.
I wonder what state you're in the powder or in the gin.
Oh, yeah, that's a good line. I do like the please give those recycled house tracks my warmest regards. Yeah. So, I saw arguments in the comments that people thought it was horse tracks.
No, I think he's talking about like a DJ.
Like a club.
Yeah,
like
club.
She's out at the club. That's why he's like, give them my regard because that's where you're going to be, out at the fucking club.
Yeah.
And lock the door if you're home before the sun.
Yeah.
Like if you decide to come home tonight, or if you're with him, but if you decide to come home, lock the door behind you. Mm-hmm. Know that there's sugar. Know behind that sugar there's only lies. Because I saw this thing that was like real pink lemonade is made from like raspberries and different kinds of fruits. But then you have like the Country Time, which is just like the mix, or it's like food. It's like dye almost. So that's what he's making the comparison to pink lemonade. Like she's not the real thing. She's just like a facade.
I like the bridge. If I can write this song, I could play that game. Like if I could do this and like put it out to everybody, then
it'll make it better.
Yeah.
In my mind, that's what it meant. We're like, I'll be okay. I'll just write a song about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this song, it's cool. It's got a nice melody to it.
Yeah,
he has an effect on his voice, I feel like, on this one. A little bit. especially in like the outro. It's a little.
See, I'm having that issue now where like I have so many songs that we've talked about and like melodies and stuff that in my notes I wrote do 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 six do's and then wrote melody in parentheses.
No.
I can't fucking hear the melody in my head.
Do 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 do
Yes.
do do do.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Do,
6
do,
do's.
do,
Yep.
do, do. It's like that.
Another song that I never noticed the background vocals.
I said, seems like a loose relationship.
Oh fuck.
I had this in B.
I also had this in B.
Damn.
Sorry.
Wow. I mean, I kind of knew. I don't know, actually, because your body's a weapon. I didn't expect you to have that as an S, even after we talked.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I don't, unless it's like painfully obvious, I don't try and guess your tier. It doesn't like hit me.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Curveballs. This one's not in 4/4. It's really hard to count. I think it's in 3/4. I think.
So you're not sure?
No, it's in 3/4. But the drums are crazy in this song.
Yes, I have that in. I have that in my notes. I also have like his. The mentions of like imagery in this song are really good. Like painting a picture. Not only painting a picture of like with his lyrics, but I do like the part. I forget to say. I think it's what do you expect me to say when the paintings I paint start to leap out of their frames? Like this is another song about cheating in my mind. The last two he went really balls to the wall about cheating.
But this one he's not okay with it.
Right.
Like the last one he had accepted it seemed like, but this one he is not all right with.
Yeah, but he's like picturing what it's like in his mind.
Like built something
and
for
it's
himself.
It's starting to like break from the seams. He's starting to like not be able to contain it. I thought that was interesting. I think it is interesting that you mentioned like in the last song he knew it was happening and then wasn't okay with it. And then in this song he says, "Oh, his clothes on your floor. I recognize this decor. I've been here before." Like it's almost tying into the previous like Pink Lemonade where he's like this is the first time he's been cheated on. Think about like a relationship, like the first time you're cheated on, you stay with the person or try and like reconcile because it's like your first time, you don't know about like breaking up, like and then this song is like maybe the second time you've been cheated on where you're like, oh, now I know what's going on, I'm not okay with it.
Yeah. But do you think like it could not even have happened? Because it's like in the first verse, I've never felt this good. There's not a news flash that could deflate my mood. And then like if you think of the pre-chorus of like him just imagining this, like his clothes on your floor, I recognize the decor, I've been here before.
I kind of felt like there were two different thoughts. Like, there's no greater sight than you and your underwear removing mine, and I've never felt this good. There's not a news flash that can deflate my mood. Like, that shit's awesome. He loves it. But he says, then he finds his clothes on your floor. Oh, I recognize this decor. Like, that. It's almost like he loves that feeling so much, and then he finds out that she's cheating. It's almost like two different situations. They're not, like, tied together. It's not, like, the same thing.
See, in my head, it was more like, oh, everything's great. Like how people like when you think when everything is so good that you have to think about like, oh, maybe she's cheating. You have to make up bad things in your head. Like,
but maybe
because like I recognize this decor. I've been here before. Like in his head, he's like picturing it.
Maybe
like, you know,
because he does talk about it being in his head a lot.
Yeah.
I also thought like 6 hands. I took the clothes on your floor as literal. Like he found his clothes on her floor or whatever.
Yeah.
Because then he says 6 hands in one bed.
Yeah.
Could he not afford the rent? Like he couldn't stay here. What, he can't afford the rent to like stay here.
Yeah.
But 6 hands in one bed is like an extra person.
Yes.
This feeling won't end. I like what you're saying about it could be theoretical. Because there's a lot of ties into like, but some of the images adhere like super glue. So it's almost like he's thought about it and pictured it so much that now it's starting to become
reality.
reality to him.
Yeah.
Which would also tie into what I said, which was like the paintings start to leap out of their frames. Like they're just paintings, but now they're starting to become, I'm like making them real, like manifesting it into the truth. That's interesting. Yeah, that's a really good point. I didn't think about it that way.
I have It's the Perfect Ending to the Record. I like how the song builds, like the instruments build. I like the way he says curveballs. The drums are freaking awesome. I don't know how he counts it, honestly. It's difficult.
Start a Reddit.
Yeah, I need to.
And make a post. What is this song?
No, I have to write the wrong thing. Be like, oh, this song's in 4/4 so that everyone corrects me.
4,000 people will join that subreddit.
That's the way you get your answer. Is
That's
you have
fair.
to write the wrong thing because people love telling people they're wrong. I just think it's funny that it says curveball lyrics, 21 contributors. Oh, do they mean the annotations? Because I'm like, how many people do you need to write the lyrics?
The annotations, yeah, or people can go in and edit lyrics.
Yeah.
So it could be a total of that. I also agree. I think as much as I don't think Emoticons was a good, great song, just not like the intro. As far as structure wise, it doesn't strike me as an intro. I think this is a great outro. Great last song on the album.
And I even like the way he says curveballs. Curveballs.
You think he's British?
And I like at the end, there's to me, this is the end.
Yeah.
Sex and question marks and flower ball. I don't even consider those on the album. The vinyl I have right here doesn't have those. So that's what I was going to hang my hat on if you tried to fight me on it.
I fucking love the chorus in this song.
Me too.
It's my favorite part of the song. I had this in B with Pink Lemonade. They're both on tier. On the same tier for me.
I had this in S. I love this song. I love this song.
Okay.
Honestly, I do.
This is as good as Greek Tragedy to you.
Yeah. I probably like it more than Emoticons.
I thought you were about to say Greek Tragedy too. That's gonna fucking break this mic.
I think it's an interesting song.
I think it is too. It's just, I don't know. I don't get the same feeling as I do Greek Tragedy or Give Me a Try. So this to you is as good as Emoticons then?
Yeah. I think it's better, honestly.
You just said that 2 seconds ago.
I know, but
nice.
I'll say it 3 times.
Don't say it 3 times. I'll crash the fuck out. Well, I mean, in our system, it's going in A.
Wow.
What do you mean, wow? What do you mean, wow?
It should be an S, but...
Oh, I mean, right there is fine with me. That's cool. You can put that right on back.
Are you all right with this now that it's 1 S, 5 A's, 2 B's, 2 C's, 1 D?
Low key, yes. Because if to use your system, Greek Tragedy would be my S+.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with that standing alone. Do not have Curveball in the same tile in the same line as even Emoticons. I don't think it's as good as Emoticons.
Yeah. See, Give Me a Try, I don't think is on par with those, but they're different. They're different songs. This song to me is very interesting. So
I was cool with this tier list until Curveballs. Now I just hate it. I hate how it looks.
I know. Well, Isabel should be A+ because we actually both agreed on that one.
Put that where Emoticon. Put that in the first A spot.
That's kind of an interesting idea.
What, ranking each tier?
Yeah, it's too much, but
and as well as tiering each tier.
Tiering each tier.
I'm all thrown off. Fucking Curveballs. I like this song. I genuinely really like this song.
Me too.
Clearly.
I think it's an S. More than Your Body is a Weapon. You know what ruins Your Body is a Weapon for me is the second verse. I like my job when I do it well.
I like that.
Freelance worker.
No, when you sing it like that, yeah, it fucking sucks. Needs a friend, got you. So,
I'm fine with this.
well, then let's talk about the album as a whole.
You mean tiering it?
Tiering the album, yes. Do we have a tier list for our albums?
They just are all in S right now.
Have we? No,
Yeah.
we've done A. We've done A for a
Have
few.
we?
We should probably make a tier list for our albums.
Yeah, we probably should.
Like post it at the end of the year.
21 Pilots was an S. Small Pools was an S.
Wasn't Landmark an A?
I think we said it was an S.
Jesus Christ.
But this
I thought we had an A in there.
I think this is an A.
We have to agree on this one.
Yeah.
'Cause there's no...
I mean...
I think this album is a B.
Really?
Yes. As a whole body of work, I have a deeper appreciation for it as like a full body of work.
Yeah.
Since I've really listened to a lot of these songs individually over the years. But I still think it's not collectively, like, strong, I guess.
Yeah. See, I think it is, though, because it has, like, a lot of the same themes. And
well, there's fucking two themes.
You know?
Either
And
wants a woman or doesn't have a woman, and he hates
Yeah.
both.
And I think the songs, like, that break up the pacing and are a little bit different add to it. I don't think it's a B, to be honest. I mean, you had, like, a majority of the songs in S or A. But you're thinking of it as, like...
Individually.
Yeah.
That's why I'm thinking together as a body of work. It's not as strong. Like, I really enjoy these songs individually.
See, to me, like, the first 3 songs alone together in a row are, like, enough for it to be either S or A,
but it's
like as an album.
Individually, I think they're great songs. And they flow together in the album. I'm not denying that the album has, like, a theme. It's to me, that theme is not strong. It's not, like... Yeah, I don't know why this is just, like... It's a little bit lower to me as, like, a full album.
Because it doesn't have enough, like... slow songs? Like, compared to Small Pools.
I don't even think, like, it's the pacing. I don't know. It's hard to explain, like...
Like, would you say... But I think we said Small Pools was S, right? Do you think that has, like, similar themes? And, like, as an album, it goes together? You know?
Maybe I just don't like this album as much as those ones.
Yeah.
And I think that that's true. As much... Like,
I do get your point.
I'm trying to, like, explain it and make it make sense, but in my mind, there's, like, individual tracks on an album, and then how do those tracks go together? And those are two completely different things. I think this album has really great songs, but I don't look forward to listening to them. The order doesn't... I feel like the order could be mixed up, and it wouldn't change my listening experience. I don't feel that way for Self-Titled, Landmark, or even Love Tap.
Mm-hmm.
But this one, I don't feel like there's, like, cohesion between the songs and the way they're ordered. To me, it doesn't seem like they, like, thought out the process of the thinking out how to order the songs. It feels like they just made really good songs and put them on an album.
Yeah.
That's where my argument comes from. So that's why, like, I do tier the songs higher. You know, 3 S's, a couple A's, a couple B's was mine. But when I put them all together, it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't feel like a lot of thought was put in, and it doesn't feel like if you switch the order of the songs, it wouldn't really change how I felt about the album.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, to me it would. Like, if Curveballs wasn't last, I feel like that has to be the last song.
It's a good last song.
And, like, the first 3.
But, like,
obviously.
Emoticons it doesn't feel like an intro. It could be anywhere in the album, and it's fine.
See, to me it does. I don't know. Because it's like a walking song or something. I don't know. Yeah. I see your point. Even if I disagree with it,
right.
I can see what you're saying.
Yeah, it's not. I don't think you're wrong for thinking that I'm wrong.
Yeah.
At all.
Because I'm like looking forward to songs like that are coming up. You know, besides fucking "This Is Not a Party." Fuck that song, but.
I have to put that. If we put that in F, that changes our average, so we'd have to put it in B as a complete body of work. We do have a lot of A's.
Yeah.
So let's calculate 5 A's and 1 S versus.
There's 11 songs.
5 other songs.
Yeah.
And only 1 D.
The D is bad though, but because even the C's, like I like Headspace. English Summer, not really.
Love Tap had a couple of songs we're not crazy about. They weren't D, but
yeah. And after I saw them, it's like even higher probably.
And like Landmark had in your mind Monsoon, and we still tiered that fucking high as shit.
Yeah.
So I'm not really looking at like the average of our tiers to figure it out, because like I said, in my mind, the complete body of work and the individual tracks are two completely different. Like they invoke a different emotion when I'm listening to like Greek Tragedy versus listening to Greek Tragedy after Emoticons and Give Me a Try.
Yeah.
This album, just to me, I don't need to. There are certain songs on certain albums, particularly more so like Mac Miller albums, where like I can't hear like Congratulations without hearing Dang afterwards. Or I can't hear Doors without Branding. Or there's certain Mac songs I can't listen to, and I'm like, I gotta hear the next fucking song on the mixtape of the album. This is the complete opposite end of the spectrum, where I'm like, I'm listening to Greek Tragedy, and I love Be Your Shadow. But I'm not like, I don't listen to Greek Tragedy and go, I gotta hear Be Your Shadow now.
Yeah.
Be Your Shadow is like a completely separate song in my mind.
But
like,
do you think it's because you personally listen to all these as individual songs?
Could be.
For years and only listen to it fully like now?
Yeah, it could very well be that I'm used to it individually.
Because especially after like Emoticons, I'm ready for Give Me a Try, you know? But yeah, I don't know.
I'm okay with this being an A. I would agree. I would be okay with us compromising on
I don't
that.
think it's an S. I just don't.
I wouldn't have an S, sorry. I wouldn't put this in S at all.
Even if it is for me personally, you know? But yeah. I think it's an A album.
Didn't you say it was A? Or did you just like... You said you said this was
I think
A.
we should rank this as an A.
Okay.
Like, to me, it's an S album.
Well, then, yeah, it should be A then. It's right in the middle. You said A originally, and I'm like, well, shit, now we have to decide.
I was thinking for, like, both of us.
No, tell me what you think, always.
Yeah.
And then we'll go from there.
It's not as strong as an S as, like, the other ones.
Like Landmark or something.
Yeah.
I see that I think we both agree on.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was a little... Like I said, not... The album itself, not at all... Like, I love it. I think I'm more drawn to them individually as tracks rather than a complete thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good with A.
All right.
I never write down my album tier. We should make an album tier list to like post it like the end of the year. I'll have to go back and remember what we tiered. Have we done only S's on albums? I swear we did A on something.
I can't think of what it would have been.
You think Landmark we did S?
Yeah. Maybe not, but I feel like it'll be better once we start, like, when we do 21 Pilots' second. Well, maybe not 21 Pilots. When we do Hippocampus' second album, then we can be like, okay, Landmark was an S. What's Bambi? Like, I feel like it'll be a little bit easier to compare.
Yeah. We could also, at the end of the year, if we want to be cheeky, tier our, like, rank our albums that we've tiered.
Mm-hmm.
That could really be some conversations.
That would be fun. That'll be different, but
no, this is a good album.
We love the British.
Absolutely. Hey guys, thanks for listening. That was Glitterbug by the Wombats. We'll have the tier list on Instagram in the coming days, so let us know what you guys think.
Be sure to check out our socials in the description, and we'll see you in the next one. Was that too much?
I just wasn't expecting it.